I'm not getting a good vibe, and it's got nothing to do with the Lions. It's everything going on around the Lions. It's all conspiring against us. We get in the playoff chase at 3:38. By 4:20, there's a tie that directly affects us, which we're going to talk about in just a second. Baker Mayfield takes a team that he just joined on Wednesday or Tuesday, whatever it was. Takes him 98 yards in the final 2 minutes. Scores a touchdown. Costs us a number 3 draft pick. It's just all of it.
Can I ease your mind? Here's how I can ease your mind. It doesn't matter if the Lions make the playoffs. First of all, the game is going to be on the road, so it's not like you can go down to Ford Field and get drunk and have a good time and celebrate.
But you can still get drunk and have a good time.
Victory. But they'll lose that game anyway. They'll lose the first round of the playoffs, which they've done before in recent years. So what's the big harm? So you shouldn't be all bent out of shape.
And Houston's going to beat Dallas this week.
As a 17-point underdog. Speak it into existence. Ethan Brown, lots of Lions fans have PTSD. DB Coop 25, Neil is wearing panties today. I mean, I don't know about that.
No, you're wearing panties.
Lewis M says Baker Mayfield broke Neil. You know what? To a degree. I wouldn't say he broke me, but there's a hairline fracture.
Just avoid Maz.
How about
today.
he damaged you?
Yes.
You're damaged.
There's a hairline fracture.
Avoid Maz today. He's going to be taking a victory lap.
For what? That's what I don't understand. You beat the Raiders. And you know what? What did I tell you guys yesterday about this game, though? What did I tell you yesterday about it? Remember Sam Flannel? Plug your nose.
Yeah.
I didn't assign the get right to it, but I said plug your nose and take the Rams with the point.
You did.
Wow. It's David Carr.
Yeah, he was pretty bad.
Yeah, because that's what he is. Every fourth game, he's trash.
And that Josh McDaniels, I don't know.
And you know what? Every time they showed David Carr on the sideline, he had that look on his face like, oh, here it comes. It's coming. We about to get it. Even when they were up, he had the look like, we're going to lose this game.
He knew. We all knew. But that's what it is. Because, again, it goes back to it. And I do want to address this real quick because I got a couple of tweets on it. And I have the question, how much scoreboard watching you guys doing this weekend? You watching the scoreboard?
Yeah, but see, I don't know how to watch a scoreboard in the NFL because you've never had to do it. Even back in the day, here, let me talk to the young people here. The Lions used to make the playoffs like every 3 years.
I don't believe you.
Even then, it's true. They did, I swear. But even when they did that, you didn't really scoreboard watch. What you did is you felt if the Lions took care of their business, they'd get into the playoffs. Now, it didn't work out that way all the time, but I don't think even then people here in Detroit scoreboard watched until maybe the last week of the season. So we don't know how to scoreboard watch except in baseball because that's when you really do it. But I don't think people are going to scoreboard watch.
WoodwardSports.com chat poll. Do you think the Lions will beat the Vikings? 79% of you say yes. So, all right, lock that one up. WoodwardSports.com chat poll. You're going to be scoreboard watching this weekend. Also, WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Zach Conley, Derek Carr, LOL. Yeah, I always get my Fresno State cars twisted around all the time. And when I am talking about David Carr, I always say Derek Carr. It's weird, I know, but whatever. D Carr, that's what I'm going to say from now on. I'm just going to say D Carr.
Thank you.
From now on. I did want to explain that, though, because there were a couple of people that reached out on Twitter and said, Neil, how can a tie hurt the Lions? So I sent a shot of the standings over to Spenny, and I'm going to break this down real quick for the and there are a good segment of you that do understand how it works. Terry, I trust you know why a tie hurts them.
Saw it immediately.
Yeah, you saw it immediately.
I'm
okay.
surprised you got called a dumbass for that.
I did. There was one that went down the name calling route and stuff like that.
So there was one.
There was one that directly.
There's always one.
There's always one.
Come on, dude.
But here's why a tie hurts everybody. Because in order for your tie break to kick in, that tie break advantage you have over the Giants or the Commanders, you have to be even in the loss column for that to work out. So when both of them don't lose, you didn't gain any ground in the loss column on them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's nodding their head, right? I feel like I'm doing a math class right now. Class, you with me?
Yes.
We know we're not the dumbasses. We know what's happening.
So as long as You don't gain ground in the loss column. See, here's how it sits up right now as far as a wild card chase goes. With the Giants at 7-4-1 and the Commanders at 7-5-1, you're still 2 losses back of them when they tie. You gain no ground. Is that simple? Now, especially now that I'm showing the work. I'm showing the work to you right now. And and you're 2.5 games behind the Seahawks because you'd lose out on the tiebreaker to the Seahawks.
Bucks are going to win their division at under 500.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Get ready, America. So that's what it is. It was a damn near crippling blow, Terry. For real. Somebody had to lose.
Yeah, because of your tie, I think it's too early to scoreboard watch. Because essentially, you're 2.5 games behind, but you're 3 games behind with 5 to play.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's a tall task, man. Especially now, Washington plays the Giants again.
Right. They'll tie again. No, they won't.
Well, I mean, if they did tie, at that case, if they did tie, then it would be okay because those 2 ties equal a loss. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it would pull you back even into a tie situation, but they're not going to tie again.
No.
So the winner of the Washington Giants game, you're probably not going to catch. Is that fair to say?
That is fair. They're gone.
You see what I'm saying?
We're
taking options off the board, and you're 2.5 behind Seattle. It's just not as cut and dry.
Yeah,
so
the math
that's what
is getting funky right now.
Yep.
It's fuzzy.
So anyway, though, the moral of the story is Kevin and Muskegon. Gosh, it's hard to believe the Commanders are 7-5-1. You remember that team that came here to Ford Field at the beginning of the year?
They sucked, man. They were bad.
And here they are.
Here they are about to possibly ruin the Lions' playoff chances. And I think the thing about a tie that's so devastating, it obviously hurts. How unlikely is a tie in a season? That's my point! Where they're like 2 or 3 every year. All the Lions needed was for someone to win that game and someone to lose, and they tied.
Hey, ties happen.
But like, what are the chances of a tie happening? How many happen every single year in the NFL? 2 or 3?
I said last year before the season started, the Lions would go 2-14-1.
Hey, and
but isn't
very
a tie
close.
less than 1% when you think about all the games that are played?
It's got to be.
Yes.
See, but Terry, here we go. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Rays plays games. The tie was great. 2 teams you're chasing. Both of them did not get a win.
No, but
you gained a game.
Lost.
You gained a game on both of them.
No, you didn't.
I see the Lions winning more games than both the Giants and the Commanders. Ray, it's the loss column, man. You need losses. You need someone to lose. Doesn't matter who. They didn't gain any ground. I don't know how many times we got to go over. See what I'm talking about, Terry?
Yeah, I think people don't understand this. They erroneously look at wins. Just keep winning.
It's not wins, it's losses.
It's the loss column. That's how you're going to tie break stuff. That's how you determine who's ahead of who. And have fewer losses.
The Lions held the head-to-head tiebreaker over both of these teams, but thanks to the tie, that means nothing.
Well, that's the thing. They have the tiebreaker over both the Giants and the Commanders, but 9-7-1 gets in over 9-8.
Yes.
I think that's the thing that people are starting to understand, but maybe didn't get at the time. It's about losses. It's about a tie only happens if both teams are tied. 9-7-1 is better than 9-8, and because of that, it's a lot less likely that the Lions are going to catch one of those teams.
Zach Conley says it very well. How are ties still allowed in the NFL? Great question.
That's a great question.
Just keep playing.
Just play another overtime.
You don't want people to get injured. That's what they keep saying.
So you'd rather have a tie?
Not me.
Yeah.
I don't know. What about just take it back to a 15-minute overtime quarter? Because with this 10 minutes, a lot of times you only get 1 possession each.
Yeah, that's stupid. Why a 10-minute overtime?
But hey, Dirty Dr. D says we have to win out to get in for sure, and the stakes have changed now because that is the scenario, and it does start. But I do want to get into it though. The whole Vikings Lions thing, and it amazes me. The Vikings have the worst pass defense in the league. They're only a +9. You said +10.
+10.
And Giovanni Mordecai, no, not a field goal shootout. That's worse than a tie. Nobody wants to see that.
How about we just when you start overtime, like have the whole touchdowns and winner thing?
Yeah.
And then after both teams get the ball, the next score wins.
I like
And just keep playing, untimed. Just run the play clock and everything. Just keep playing.
I like that. I like the kind of like the college football rules, but obviously you'd have to push it back a little bit because of the pros. So like, give them the ball at midfield, and if they score, they score. If both teams score and kick the field or extra point, then you got to go for 2 on the next one or something like that. I don't know.
You know what? 10 years
No,
ago.
just keep playing.
No, 10
Just
years
keep playing
ago,
until somebody scores.
I would have told you to go to hell. But society has changed. I wouldn't mind the NFL starting at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, like college football rules, but
Right.
from the 50, you can't do
You
it from the 30.
still got to advance the ball to win. You still have to advance the ball to kick a field goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's big boy football.
And the other team gets a chance too. It's not
Right.
sudden death.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Pete Smith says the Vikings are more fraudulent than padded bras. Are they?
Yeah, I mean they're up there.
Yeah, but you know what? Padded bras make stuff look good.
And we talked about this. That is true, Terry. But we talked about this on Heavyweights yesterday. You know, the Lions took the souls of a 10-3 Cardinals team last year.
And broke them as a franchise.
Broke them as a franchise. Why can't they do the same thing against the 10-2 Vikings team this year?
I don't know.
Just saying.